Hi, welcome to Top Doctors, Stars Behind the Summit, our special series of short interviews introducing the minds behind the upcoming London AI Summit 2026. I'm your host, Anna, and today we're kicking off with some truly remarkable Dr. Kianor Shah, founder of the Global Summit Institute, practicing dentist, entrepreneur and global educator known from the leadership in advancing dentistry through innovation, business excellence, and community building. Dr. Shah is based in Palm Desert, California, where he leads his practice and operates offices while continuing to connect, educate, and inspire dental professionals around the world. Dr. Shah, welcome to the series. It's an absolute pleasure to have you here, and thank you for making the time.
Thank you for having me on the show, Anna.
Okay, so the London Summit is coming. That's going to be June 2026. We're collecting the speakers. The list is going to be released soon. Maybe let's start with the interview and let's start at the beginning. Can you tell us, Doctor, a bit about your journey and what inspired you to pursue your path in dentistry and entrepreneurship?
In dental school, it was all dentistry, but when I got out, I developed a keen interest in the business side of things because they didn't train us much. And one thing led to another, and I started with the Extraction Academy, an educational event. And from there, I picked up more business concepts, went back and did an MBA and got out and started various ventures. And it's exciting. We can do 30, 40, 50 MODs and you get really good at it. At some point, it gets boring and life calls you to take on different tasks. So that's what I did.
That requires some guts, first of all, and also some skills. It's like not everyone is born with this sparkle. Do you remember the time around that you started being more interested in other things, also a business side, something maybe inspired you?
Not particularly. I've been like this since childhood. I've always wanted to explore and learn different things and participate in different adventures. And the path that you take will lead you to where you want to go. But I spent a lot of time around people that were accountants and lawyers and CEOs, and I took a little bit from every one of them and made my own. And that sort of led me to learn from mistakes and get better and better at the business side of things. But I vividly remember that advice that I got from one of the executives is to do just that. And now when I make decisions, I recall maybe an interaction I've had over the past 20 years and what the outcome of that was and why I could do it better or what I've learned from that experience. So it's a progress. You don't just jump into it right off the bat. You might have a little bit of an entrepreneurial spirit, but action is always much louder than words ever could be. You need to take action if you want to get into this game and go in it step by
Well,
step.
yeah, absolutely. And the person that you mentioned, was it one of your mentors? Do you think mentorship is important in this kind of way or path you lead?
Absolutely. Just imagine if you have a mentor, you don't have to pick up all the bad habits of a mentor, but you can learn from their mistakes. If I had a mentor in certain things, I could have saved millions of dollars over the years. And that's key. For example, when you come out of dental school, it's not wise to just immediately join some kind of a corporation to make ends meet. It's a good idea to have a mentor, a senior colleague that you can learn a lot of the things from and then make it your own. It's always a stepping stone to your own adventure, to your own dream, to your own success. That's what I highly recommend is that you seek out mentors, seek out always. You tell me, there's a saying, you show me your 5 best friends and I'll show you your future. There's a lot of truth to that. The
Okay.
people that you surround yourself with are eventually going to help you get to they will shape and form your mind and your actions and your endeavors in life. So yes, mentorship is extremely important.
Oh, totally agree. Thank you for being one of my mentors.
Thank you for joining our movement. And I have still many mentors that I look up to that I still pick up the phone and explore their take on a given topic. So it's very important to have that kind of mentorship and
Yeah, I think
collaborate.
Yeah, collaborations, and I think it never stops, as learning never stops. Dentistry, you always seek out to new experiences, to new sources of knowledge, right? For new mentors, we should never stop looking for them, searching for them. And fast forward to today, what excites you most about the work you're doing now?
I'm surrounded by doctors, which I love it. These are my people. We started the Global Summits Institute some time back and has grown exponentially all over the world. And it's very rewarding to be surrounded by the people that lead the same lives as you do. Most of our colleagues face the same challenges, be it at home or at the office. So it's good to have that spiritual support from doctors, and we all encourage each other. It's like the military. Doctors listen to doctors, you know.
Yeah.
So it's very rewarding for me to be surrounded by all kinds of doctors, medical doctors, chiropractors, optometrists, dentists, pharmacists. And that's probably the most rewarding aspect for me as a person. But there is also other rewards that come from it and preserving the doctrines of medicine and healthcare and all the good things that we're doing at the Institute.
Yeah, absolutely. The dental industry, like many others, is now really undergoing a rapid change, especially with the AI, with digital dentistry, new business models. So, from your perspective, from your experience as a dentist, as an entrepreneur, as a dental office owner, as a leader of companies, endeavors, and communities, what trends or shifts do you see shaping the future of our field?
It's vital to get involved in AI and start learning it. It's going to change the whole landscape. I started lecturing on AI when I noticed that a few years ago, and it was to smaller groups, and then it became the state associations. And I predicted this would swiftly come. Just like when you had the internet or you had cell phones come around, whenever there's technology that improves the quality of human life or the quality of processes in your business, we always embrace them, no matter if they're old timers that don't want to get involved in it or people that don't want to learn anything new. It prevails. Today, you can't probably go to the 70s without internet. You know, at the beginning, everybody was skeptical, and then you had some anti and some pro people about it. But the fact of the matter is, it's here. It's going to go very fast. It's going to get to a point where I predict it's going to be a doctor and it's going to be a bunch of machines in the office. And this doctor is going to be running these machines and overseeing their conduct or their diagnoses. And a lot of the support staff is going to disappear in the years to come. Front desks, I expect a lot of the front desks is going to get replaced by screens. I anticipate holograms to start popping up in waiting rooms where consent's being discussed, where post-op instructions are given. And generally, a lot of discussions that need to be had chairside with a doctor will happen via holograms and other similar methods. VR is going to be involved in education heavily in the dental schools. Hepatic type systems are going to be very important in education. You're going to see robots now coming out and doing crown preps, doing veneers. There's a group out of France that's doing these veneers that are already made before you even prep. Before a patient comes in, the machine preps it and the veneers go on the same day. They're already made. Everything is going upside down flipping. If you're not on that boat, you're going to be in very big trouble come about 5 years from now.
Agree. And then also regarding to this, I believe we have to pick it up very fast. As you said, we have to be on a boat, right? There is always gonna be skeptical people. There's always gonna be people that think, oh, there's gonna be time, I'll learn it whenever it comes, like whatsoever. I am one of these people who is, oh my God, like we have to keep up. Like I have to learn how to do it. But for me, for instance, it's quite confusing, like where to start. There's so many webinars, there's so many courses, there's so many, there's so much knowledge, so much stuff about digital dentistry, about machines, about robots, about AI. Would you be able to tell, or at least give us a hint where to start for, let's say, a regular dentist or someone who just starts his very own first practice, how not to get confused, where to start, and how not to overpay for things or courses or that we're not gonna use or not really ready to use?
One question when you're asking me this, the question constantly pops in mind is nobody knows where to start. Does that
Hmm.
occur to you as well as a dentist? You don't know where to start. You just keep hearing,
Yeah. Yeah.
okay, I hear that all the time as well. Where do we start? What programs are good? Should we go in with the first set of programs that come out, or should we wait till they improve?
Yeah.
Ultimately, you got to start somewhere. That includes maybe even taking courses relating to management software or diagnosis. Right now, the biggest thing last year was diagnosis. That's where it all started, right? So you had companies like Overjet, Pearl, Many come out, and they would take an X-ray, be it a single or be it a multi-layered panel or what have you, and map things out for you, the existing restorations, your decay, your bone loss. And then came a generation of tools that made processes easier, like probing debts. You had like dental tech, where you had digital probing, and now we're seeing the robots, and everybody's confused and nobody wants to jump on anything. But my suggestion is that you start with the diagnostics, because they'll be like a second hand to you. Also, another thing that we're seeing now is the chat GTP kind that is also doing a lot of secondhand stuff like the diagnostics. So you have that option to ask questions. Organizations like Trust and similar,
I just
where,
signed up today, so
oh yeah,
I'm
we're a partner of the Institute, by the way.
Are
No,
you? It's an
no
amazing
team.
tool. Yeah.
Yeah, and Trust is your second hand, like the
Yeah.
diagnostics. You put up the x-rays, it manipulates everything and puts it on the screen, and you show your patient. That's a very powerful tool. It was
Yeah.
like when the world camera came out, you could show them what you see. Now you can show them what you think when you see. And it's a powerful tool. But Trust, for example, now we've seen these generations of tools that will be second hand to your needs in terms of diagnosis, treatment planning, second consults, right then and there for you, to eliminate doubt for more patients as to if they need a crown lengthening, for example, or whatever it may be.
Yeah.
So this is the progress that's been going on, but you got to start somewhere. And the simplest tool are the diagnostic tools to get involved in. Then there's the rapid turnover, which really concerns me. All of these different type of programs are coming out, but people's softwares aren't compatible. You have to
Mm-hmm.
make sure whatever software you're using in the office is compatible with a given product, because now the software company holds you essentially hostage because you can't use them or they won't deploy their API to a given product. Now you purchase the product, you can't integrate it. And I think the next generation of innovations are going to be all-in-one type scenarios. Imagine the Yahoos of the world versus the Googles, where you start
Uh-huh.
integrating everything into different one-stop shop universal API type platforms. And that's also coming. I think that's just a couple of years away, but we're going to get to a point where you'll be able to get the entire thing packaged up for you that includes all of the components that you need. And then there'll be more training. But the problem is it's turning so fast. Every day there's something else out. And you got kids in their underwear sitting around in some basement writing these AI programs, bringing AI things together, and it's just constantly turning. So to keep up is very hard. But start somewhere. Don't fall behind. That
Yeah.
manual stuff, that's gone. That's history. All the things we know up to now are not going to be the same anymore. It's just the fact of the matter.
It really changes within months. It's not even years, it's within months that you can spot the change. Crazy. But yeah, it only improves our treatments and how we approach our patients. And I think patients will also feel more comfortable knowing that there's a stable source of information. I see a lot of patients that will come to me and would be like, "Oh, I've been to that doctor. He told me that, but then I checked it in ChatGPT and it says something else. Who should I believe? I think patients start trusting the AI more and more as well.
I agreed. Licensed individuals currently are also very well protected because AI just cannot hold a medical license, or we
Yeah.
would be eliminated without a doubt in due time. So as long as the laws stay on the book and they don't change it, where dentists and hygienists have to have oversight of certain procedures, we're safe.
Yeah.
Well, let's say reduction of staff, you might still have customer service people running around, greeting patients, taking them in, that type of thing. But essentially, if we don't oversee it, our profession is at a major threat. Robots are here. If you don't oversee it and we don't control it, I don't know why we would be needed in 20 years' time or in 15 years' time, because AI and robots will be able to just do about everything.
Yeah.
So it's very important that we continue advocating a human touch, human compassion, something that AI doesn't have, which is detrimental. And as a human being, I like to be seen by human beings, not robots. So that's another thing that works for us very well. So it's very important to stay active. If people see something that's unethical or is against our common mission, to root it out and continue using it as a tool that benefits us in every way. Just when my scanner came into my practice 5, 6 years ago, I don't even know how I would practice now without a scanner. Packing cord, manual, impressions, distortions, patients gagging all over the place. Those things are long gone in our office, and my remakes are almost non-existent. Why would somebody not want to brace something like that versus sometimes remaking the crown 4 or 5 times because the patient doesn't like the shape? We could have shaped, we could have mocked it up before, or open margins or whatever. So AI can help you have a better life. It's getting easier for us, but dentists don't mind charging the same fees as they did before.
Let's hope we're not gonna get fully replaced. And without giving too much away, can you share a little teaser about what you'll be speaking about at the Global Summit in London?
So the Global Summits Institute is in the business of doing global summits. It's got 24 different projects, one being the top 100 doc. But at the core of our competency is global conferences. We've been doing them for a very long time, every year on a different topic. This year, we're going to do it on actually this next year. This year, we had ours in Italy where you were there. And the next year, it's going to be in London. And the topic for this one is then artificial intelligence in dentistry and medicine, dental medical. There's multifold reasons why I thought it was a good idea to bring in the medical doctors, have the dentist there to create a bridge in between medicine and dentistry. Number one, if you're anywhere in the world and you want to have a nice vacation to come and see London and stay here for a couple of days and pick up a bunch of continuing education credits, and it's usually a tax write-off for most countries, come to the center point of the world. It's in the heart of Europe, the heart of the world, I should say. And so it gives us access to collaborate with all these medical and dental doctors. Again, dentistry is completely changing, and this is what you have to envision, that now we are a much more important role in healthcare than we were before. Because when they come in, they put in all their information into our AI, because they come to us twice a year, and they go to the medical doctors most often when they have medical problems or emergencies. So when they come to us, we become the front line of the healthcare industry. They come to us twice a year. We intake their medical information. We put it into the AI, and it creates something called predictive analysis. So we can, in a couple of years, we'll be exactly able to say this person that's smoking, that has diabetes, is going to have this kind of a condition in 5 years. It's very good for cessation practices when you tell a patient, hey, if you continue smoking, you're going to have this guaranteed in 5 years based on the medications you take, based on the history you have. And we are the front lines because we can prevent these things from happening by referring them to the appropriate medical doctor. So there has to be a much closer collaboration between medical doctors and dentists in the years to come. So, we have about a capacity of 20-30% of medical doctors. The rest are going to be dentists at this event. There's going to be a grand exhibition of all sorts of AI innovations. Back to where do I start? You can start at such an event where you get to meet your colleagues, open up the discussion, see what everybody else is implementing, how they're doing it, what kind of experiences they're having. And then there's also going to be some breakout sessions about regulations and oversight and things of that sort and nature at that event. There's going to be some celebrities there. We're anticipating some royals, some heads of state, some potentially heads of state we're talking to, and lots of high profile top doctors that are going to come in from all over the world. Some lecturing, some are there to network. So if whether you're a doctor or a dentist or an optometrist or any kind of healthcare provider, I think this event is going to be for you to come and have a very robust networking opportunity and see all of the new AI stuff that's going on and where this industry is heading.
We're London bridging dentistry and medicine.
Bridge, that's good one.
No, great. Dr. Shah, thank you so much for sharing your story, for your insights and your vision. This was an absolute pleasure and a huge lesson for all of us. For our listeners, you can meet Dr. Kianor Shah and other outstanding professionals at the London AI Summit. Register now, and we're also going to share the link under this in captions of this interview. We'll be delighted to see you there. And until next time, that was Anna and Dr. Kianor Shah, and see you in London.
Thank you so much. See you there.
Thank you.